That'll be my cue. Thank you. You notice in the program it says that I'm here to do a testimonial. You might wonder about what? It's about the annual campaign. So let me tell you some reasons why my husband and Larry and I participate annually in the campaign. For me, it has been a long and winding road from the church I grew up in on Lake Street in Minneapolis to UUSF on Franklin Street in San Francisco. I remember when my husband Larry and I first walked up the steps of this church, there was John Burens, the former minister, dressed in his Sunday robes, as he is this morning, turns out. And he was greeting parishioners, and he was standing next to a sign that said, "Welcome home." It caught my throat. We entered that day some 10 years ago. We stayed, we participated, and we've contributed. The question asked of me and us today is why contribute to the annual campaign? Let me share 3 of our reasons. First, it takes resources to keep the home going, to keep the lights on, the structure sound, the amazing staff secure, the bills paid, and the doors open. If we want to keep the home lights burning, we accept our accountability as members to do our part. And second, we contribute to support the family, the beloved community that gathers in this space, whether it's this physical space or engagement via Zoom. Of course, at first, this place didn't exactly feel like Cheers to us. Nobody knew our names. But that changed through all our being welcomed into various classes, events, groups, coffee breaks, committees, marches, opportunities, and challenges. And then finally, there was that Sunday when somebody said to me, "Good morning, Judith." And I remembered her name. "Hi, Kathleen," I said. And suddenly, it started to feel like home. Like my birth family, my UUSF family shares a covenant to help one another. Sometimes that might just be remembering a name, and sometimes it means sharing our resources. And the third reason Larry and I make a contribution to this church annually is that we consider it an act of service. Larry and I make UUSF a donation priority every year. It's the first commitment we make. We like the annual campaign theme that Jack and Sherry launched last week with "You got a friend in we." I'll never forget that. Singing it, they did. For us, that first "we" is for this space, and our beloved community. But that second "we" is for the broader community outside these doors and airwaves. And in the loving spirit of this church, we see our donations as part of service as our prayer. At the very least, every year when we make a donation, it reminds me that this is about we, not me. To sum it up, we contribute to be accountable, to be helpful, and to be of service. And by getting our pledge in before March 17th, I've got it right here this morning. We're going to get it in before March 17th. Maybe we win one of the 2 raffled weekends in the mountains. Just asking. So we get it in. If you get in before March 17th, you have a chance at the mountains retreat for the weekend. So whatever your reasons are, please join us in contributing to the annual campaign. And thanks for listening.
What does this church mean to me personally? When I take time to reminisce about recent and past experiences, stretching back over the last 50 years here, the feelings that I come up with are joy, peace, and full self-expression. This January, I realized that I really, really wanted to go to India with the choir. Mark spent a lot of time making this happen, and it was a completely awesome experience. I heard the sublime notes of Mark and the choir in temples across northern India. And I mean, this was definitely a peak experience of my life. On the 6-hour drives between cities, I sat with various members of our congregation. Each time I scratched the surface just a little bit, I realized that I was talking to a fascinating, kind, principled person. In my life, these exchanges, these stories live with me and sustain me. I realize that they connect me with those three things that I mentioned: joy, peace, and full self-expression. Well, now I know what I get from the church, but what do I give? Oh, my ideas, my personality. I don't think so. I mean, I'm not sure that counts, but what else? What else could there be? Oh, yeah, my pledge. Well, you know what? I really want to be fully part of this party. I want to give. I want to support. I want this place to continue. And I want all the helpers here to continue. So, logic, pure logic, suggests that I increase my pledge over last year's. So that's what I'll do. Not because I'm in the throes of pledge frenzy, but because it seems proportional and right. Thank you.